Hey there, Becca here from Inside the Square. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use custom CSS to change the style of your member sign up button in your Squarespace website. Now there are 3 different ways to target that specific button type, and I'll walk you through each one of them and share some cool custom codes that I've created to style them so they look pretty unique. All of the codes I'm using today are listed in the description below, but let's hop into my demo site so I can show you exactly how this works. So here I am in my demo site. I'm using version 7.1, but these codes will work in version 7 as well. Let's scroll down. I have 3 different examples of the member sign up button. I'm gonna hop into edit mode real quick to show you exactly what button I'm talking about here. You see how it says member sign up when I hover over it? To add this button, just click the plus sign anywhere on your site there. I'm just gonna type in member, and you'll see it says member sign up. This is where you can select whatever member area you like, show title, description, price, or whatever you want. But join button, that's the important part of what we're working with right here. That'll display the button on your site. I'll go ahead and cancel that and delete it because we already have some examples. Let's go ahead and select save and take a look at how we target those buttons. Now, if you want to target all member area buttons, you can use this code name or selector. I'm just going to press Control-C on my keyboard here and show you how this works. If I hop into design and then scroll down to custom CSS, I'll paste the code right there and it'll say syntax error on line 1 because we're not done yet. We haven't even typed in the code. So now let's add a curly bracket and say background color. How about we make it purple? Exclamation point important. And there we go. Now the background of all of our membership buttons is purple. Let's give it a little border radius, bringing that in 25px. That'll give it a little rounded edges there. We can do all kinds of creative styles for those buttons, but this particular selector or code name will target any and all member sign up buttons that are on your website. Now if we scroll down, there are 2 other options here. Let's say you want to target one of them specifically. Let's say we just want the one that's free to have a specific style. We can target that by its member area ID. Now this fancy string of numbers here is something I actually got from inspecting the source code of this page. If you use Chrome, you can right-click and select inspect on the particular button that you're going to change. In this example, we're just going to change up the free one. You'll notice this window over here on the right hand side. If we go up just a little bit, you'll see this line that starts onclick equals joinMemberArea number. I'm just going to press Control-A and Control-C on my keyboard so we can grab that member area number. Going back into Squarespace, I'm going to press backspace on my keyboard here and create a square bracket and paste that code we just copied. Now check it out, our CSS is only being applied to this specific member area. Pretty awesome, right? Just that specific one. And this means anytime I link to that specific member area on any page in my site, it will get all of this CSS that I'm trying to apply to just that member area, okay? Now there's one more option, and that's using its block ID. This is something you might be familiar with if you've done a lot of CSS. There's a specific Chrome extension that I use to easily grab this number. I'm just going to press backspace here, and I'll click on the extension, and it'll tell me, okay, let's grab the block ID for this last option here. Clicked on that, it's copied to the keyboard. A link to this Chrome extension I use is listed in the description below. I'm not affiliated with them, I just use them in my own work because they make it super easy. You can also dig back through the source code to find the block ID that way. Anyway, you got the number, gonna paste it there, and then you see this is applying it to everything in that block. We need to say space, period, sqs-editable-button. And now just the button in that block ID will have that particular CSS code after it. Now it's really important to mention, unlike the last option we tried, if I use the block ID, that's just this block on just this page. It won't affect that member sign up button anywhere else on my site, just that block, just that page. So quick recap, if you want to target all the buttons, use this line right here, data test equals member area block join. If you want to target just one member area everywhere on your site, hop into Chrome Inspect and make sure you put it in square brackets, the onclick equals joinMemberArea blah, blah, blah. And then after that, we have the last option here. If you want to target just one block on just one page for just one sign up, start with the block number and then add sqs-editable-button at the end of it, okay? Now I have a few examples here of some fun styles that you can try. I've got simple rounded edges here. Let's go ahead and take this one and see what that looks like. There we go, we've got a nice little border radius. A simple drop shadow, if we want to try that one, gives it a little shadow on the button there, kind of fun. We have a switch background color on a hover, always one of my favorites. I'll just paste that right here. Again, these are listed in the description below. This starts out with this color, and then when you hover over the button, it'll change to this one and keep it a solid opacity. So it gets rid of that standard slightly lighter default that Squarespace does there. So if you want to have 2 different colors, that's the code for you. Let's scroll down, I've got 2 more. This one adds a little arrow that moves on a hover. Check it out. Now we have an arrow at the end of our buttons, and when you click on it, or hover over it I should say, the arrow will scoot over a bit and make that button slightly bigger. Kind of neat, right? And then last but not least, I made an outline to full color on hover. So if we paste this into custom CSS, they'll have an outline and it'll be filled in when you hover over it with your cursor. All those codes are listed below. Alrighty, that's it for this tutorial today. All 3 of those targeting types are listed in the description below, along with the sample CSS codes that I just showed you in my demo site, so you can copy and paste those into your own site and make it look amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something awesome, and most importantly, have fun with your Squarespace website. Bye for now. If you like this tutorial, you'll love my CSS cheat sheet. With over 30 pages of pro tips and code snippets specific for Squarespace, you can customize your site way beyond your design menu. Download your copy today at insidethesquare.co/CSS. That's insidethesquare.co/CSS.